Hello,
First.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all to the Anime Colosseum. We are so glad you came to see us. Now, I am the great and glorious Kala Nevermelt, and this is my fantastic co-host, Erica.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am Erica Ironblood. Yeah, I could be your angle, but I'd rather be your double.
Hell yes. So,
Mhm.
today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is a topic that a lot of people all have been hold up. ENA, you're all living it. Also, I probably do need to show you ENA, Erica. It's a trip. Like, we'll just say that. But
I mean, to be fair, you haven't finished watching Agent Aika yet, so
True. Which we definitely need to do that. But anywho,
Hmm.
ladies and gentlemen, today's podcast is episode 5. Which means...
which is go, which is also go in Japanese, which is also the name of a board game.
Nice. And also,
I only know that because in Shonen Jump there was a manga called Hikari no Go. And also, I think the rules of Go are in order to capture, permanently capture. Hold on, actually, I think the board is like a 5x5 board or something. Or to capture pieces, you need to surround. Hold on. Actually, let me look up the rules of Go.
well,
How to play Go.
Well, while you do that...
Okay, players... Okay. Why is it called Go?
We're getting fun facts for you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind.
Nani?
It is, it's actually, in English, it's named after its Japanese name, which is Igo, which itself comes from the Chinese name Wiki, Weiki,
Yes.
meaning surrounding game. Okay. Alright. You learn something new every day.
Yes. And remember, knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
I also love that the music did a dramatic pause, as to say, ready now.
No, okay, anyway. Yeah. By the way, before we go, let us do the anime recommendations.
Yes.
For
Erica,
this Friday.
What is today's anime recommendations? If I had a drum roll thing, I would, push the button. So for 10
This week's anime recommendation is the very first anime ever produced by Studio Trigger, also known as Kill la Kill. Actually, the name translates... So, contextualize, the word kiru could also mean cloth or dress. And la or ra probably could mean... Sorry, I looked up what the actual name means. And it's essentially a pun. Because the word kiru in certain contexts can also be read like clothes or to clothe or something. So yeah. So it's a double pun.
Nice.
Yeah, it is a wonderful anime full of lovely censorship and life lessons and stuff, where the more naked you are, the freer you are.
Yes.
Where clothing represents a caste system.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
Mhm.
just don't watch that one crazy YouTube video where they go way too let's just say that they totally did not watch the anime. They watched something completely totally different. But I also
Mhm.
love that the only reason why we're bringing up Kill la Kill is apparently it's making rounds on Twitter. You know, the
Mhm.
greatest place to be, said no one ever. But yeah, apparently, people are saying, and I quote, despite the gooner stuff in the show, it's pretty good. AKA translation, I am a scared little bitch who cannot handle waifus going boing boing, and so I have to try to act as if I'm cool and mature, when yet this.
Essentially, the anime equivalent of saying you read Playboy for the articles.
Yes, yes. It's like, nah, dude, just stop and say you enjoy when the characters go boing boing.
You might read the articles, but you're also there for other things.
Yes, there you go, there you go.
Mhm.
But anywho, today, like I said, is episode 5, and as you said, it is Go
Mhm.
in Japanese. And as
Yeah.
such, to,
Actually,
today's
hold on. Actually, let me double check that. Is Go 5 in Japanese?
yeah, ish ni san go.
Yeah, Go is 5. Okay, thank goodness.
Right,
Okay.
articles. Ha 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 ha. But anywho,
Mhm.
today's episode is seasonal anime. Now,
Mhm.
seasonal anime has a lot of emotions around it. Some are yay, some are nay, some don't really give two flips. Now,
Essentially, it is what anime is going to be released to the general public to in Japan or simulcast to the rest of the world in this particular season. It's usually split up into summer, winter, spring, fall.
mm-hmm,
Not in that order.
yes, yes. Now, there is like
Oh
some,
wow!
but
Wait,
the,
it is in this that order. Yeah, not summer,
yes,
winter. Yeah, not in that order.
yeah,
It's like, wait, did I actually do it in order? And then it's like, no, I did not do it in order.
yes. But anywho. Now, the thing when it comes to seasonal anime is it's kind of a hit or miss. One thing I want to bring up is everyone's dreaded nightmare. The only one season anime. Where you get one season, as the, title would suggest, and we no longer get a second season.
You
Someday,
should have tried harder to make them want to bankroll more seasons.
but who knows, maybe someday we will get Masamusumi Season 2, or Chainsaw Man Season 2,
I'm pretty
or
sure Chainsaw Man season 2 is gonna come. It is
Pulse.
way too popular to not warrant a second season.
True.
I mean, they literally had made a movie.
Oh yeah, that is true. But sadly, Masamusumi, just like with Half-Life 3, may never come to pass. But what are some
But
anime?
Half-Life
Hmm?
3 is coming.
Those. Ah, yes, ha ha ha, April Fools, blah blah blah, yakety snackety. But anywho,
That was a okay. Never mind. I thought it was generally serious, and
wait,
Gabe finally learned how to camp house too.
wait, no,
Okay.
no, I can't. That was on April Fools too. I even.
Anyway,
Yes.
anyway,
Yes. As I was saying. Now, Erica, what are some animes that you have seen that only had one season that you believe deserved a second season?
well, mostly the ones where the plot is unresolved, like with Kampfa and Ao-chan can't study,
Mm-hmm.
where they're based off. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. They're
Right.
based off of light novels, and unfortunately, sorry, because general public in Japan were not as interested in this particular show. When it came to time to renew for another season, the studios basically said, "Yeah, this isn't making the money, so yeah, only one season. Maybe you'll get an OVA special like Kampfa."
Yes. Well, and also, Spirit says B&A Season 2. If I'm not mistaken, I think B&A was a short, manga series. But though, yeah, I also agree, Boo
And
one
then you
season.
have a series where it's meant to be one season, and then the people who own the IP force a new season, more and more seasons, because money.
Yes, we
I'm
need that
looking at
money.
FLCL, the people who
Yes.
own FLCL, which is IDK or whatever studios.
Yes, it's all about that
So,
money. But yes,
because Studio Gainax does not understand how to properly did not understand how to properly manage finances.
yes. However, though, season 2 of Den is going to be in July, which, yet again, I still have to show you season 1, Erica, because you are in
So
for
I
a
guess for you,
treat.
Christmas does come in July.
Pause. And yes, because I am going
That's a
to enjoy it.
mhm. That's a reference because in the U.S. Army, when the people were deployed, they would usually get the Christmas cards their family sent them in July. I'm pretty sure is what the origin of that is.
Oh, okay then. I always
Mhm.
want. I just thought it was just some like joke thing someone made. But oh, okay then.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it originated.
But anywho, as I was saying, when it comes to seasonal anime, again, Dead in season 2. But sadly though, there's always those animes that only have one season, and it's like it deserved a second season. Like uh, the hero is dead. I forgot what the entire title is called, because anime loves their
Well,
long.
the really long titles are usually because they're adapted from light novels.
I see. Well, there's one called, the hero is dead, and it's a comedy, action adventure anime where the dude gets a sword, it can
I think
transform to.
Erica had explode with Enna. I don't know what the fuck. What is Enna?
Oh, I got something to show you after stream. I assure you, your mind is not going to be prepared for the insanity. But
I
anywho,
have seen Paprika. Well, not actually seen Paprika, but I've seen clips of Paprika.
I see. But
I have seen Kaiba from 2008 though.
mm, I see. But anywho. Now, the other thing is when it comes to the whole only one season, it always sucks because we, the fans, would love for there to be more. Again, where's the second season of, The Hero is Dead? Where's the second season to Matsumusumi? And it does suck that studios kinda just the main purpose, like you stated, is just to show off the anime so you, the viewer, can read the manga. And while that does suck, that
Mhm.
sadly is the business of things. And
I
only a
didn't say anything about it being there only for them to read the manga. It's more so when a manga or light novel gets adapted to a anime, usually back in the day they would release an OVA series in order to test the waters to see if people actually if there is a large enough following for this anime,
Hmm?
or if it's obviously like has clearly a large enough following like Dragon Ball. or Sailor Moon, then studios would greenlight it and release like 26 episodes, 50 episodes. I don't fucking know. How many episodes was Dirty Pair? The first season of Dirty Pair. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Hmm.
well, that and it does kind of suck, to be honest with you, because it's like, it is a thing of some anime should have gotten again the second season, and sadly it's just, here's one, but it's still good to see that there are those that still stick around. One being from, last season, 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. And it's basically
Okay.
this absolutely batshit insane, hilarious manga slash anime about this dude who has been rejected, and he asks the love god to, help him out. So the love god decides it would be a great idea to give him 100 waifus, because, that's exactly the amount you should
So
get.
it's like Sister Princess, but this time they're not sisters; they are girlfriends.
Yes, and the cast of characters
Also, there's
is
not 14 of them.
and the cast of characters is so insane because first of all you got your maid, you got your girl that likes to eat and gets angry or hangry, you got your girl who disappears if she's like really really shy, you got your baseball masochist girl, you got your rude holy main, your souvenir girl, your Mets, the list goes on, and it's still going in the manga. And I gotta say, massive props to the creator, or to the mangaka, because he or she is doing like at like 30 plus girls, and each one still has the moment to shine. Each one still has the time in the spotlight, and that there's none of them have become the background character. And I just gotta imagine this is season 2. If we get a season 3, that's gonna be a lot of voice acting. The long times I'm waiting for that time I got each kind of fantasy world where a emperor bought my smelly junk.
And you have become the gym socks.
But I just gotta say, it is going to be held on the animation staff if this is season 3, because already I believe there's 12 girls as of right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, a lot of those long anime titles kind of remind me of uh, Doctor Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, which is a black and which I have seen and it is pretty funny.
Nice. But though, and again, like you said, we're going to be getting a season 2 of Chainsaw Man. But besides, some of the gold nuggets, if you will, where you get a anime with more that goes past season 1, it does suck that there are anime slash mangas out there where you only get one season.
Okay. Manga, like the mangaka will like just keep churning out like chapters until they believe they've finished the story. Anime, it is entirely dependent on the
Viewer.
who controls the purse strings.
True, and I meant to say, yeah, I didn't mean to put
Basically, the
manga.
producers,
Yeah, I did,
the people control the heads of the studios. I mean,
yeah, I didn't mean to
they're like,
put manga in there.
is this series worth investing more money into?
But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put manga in there. But no, because like in all fairness, I think maybe the mangaka for Matsumasumi is done. Like I knew a few years ago, several years ago, he was doing this one manga called The 12 Beast, but he canceled it to really focus on Matsumasumi. So that
Okay.
does kind of suck, but kind of jumping on point
Back.
though. Kind of jumping on point though. Like, we got the reason as to why there's a one season thing. It's like it's the whole. It's kind of like an OVA where it's like, hey, this is so good. Yes, we'll either read the manga or if it gets real popular, we will make another season. Again, you look at Chainsaw Man, you look at Dan, you look at, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there's an upcoming anime called Gacha Tuka, and I probably missaid that. I do apologize, but it's popular as a manga, and I dare say it has a chance at being real good, and it might be the next big thing. And I know I said this about Dandadan, but, well, in all fairness, Dandadan is the next big thing. Like, and yes,
Basically, it's the latest anime that um, the normie anime fans have decided to latch onto now that My Hero Academia has finished.
yeah, like the normies, the tourists, they gotta latch on to the cool thing and say, hey, I'm
Yeah,
totally a fan when they're not a fan. They're
yeah.
just a tourist. But though, besides the whole the sucking of only one season anime,
Mhm.
um the other thing too is it does feel like a lot of other seasonal anime is forgotten, especially the very wholesome, light-hearted slice of life anime like Samadhi in the Forest Guardian. If it's for my daughter, I will fight the Demon Lord. See what else? Crap.
I tried fighting the Demon Lord, and now we're married.
And it's like and also like I believe there's one called crap, it came out last year. It's really good.
Please speak to me through the body language of the gods. I think that's the Macarena.
Oh, no, she's doing a thing. But
Okay.
yeah. But but as I was saying
So
though.
essentially, seasonal anime is just when the latest anime that is to release in Japan usually, or be localized in America in the West, like dubbed and all that jazz, um, is to be doing all that this season.
Mm-hmm. And
So let's look at spring 2025.
oh,
Tell me,
isn't that one elf the 10 elf anime supposed to be coming?
it's the Dark Elf.
Yeah.
Reverse Isekai. Okay, so reverse Isekai. Yandere Elf. Hold on. Let me actually look at. Okay, let's see. Where did I? All right. So let me scroll down. Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. So basically, a guy got isekai'd and he slew the demon lord, and as a reward, he was returned to Earth to live a normal life. Except his dark elf companion, who is really in love with him, decided to come along with him.
Also, I will say, even though the dark elf looks hot, she has nothing on the cake goddess herself from Plus Size Elf.
Kuroeda?
Yes, I fucking am down bad for her. You have no idea how down bad I am for that cake.
Okay.
But anywho, again, I just love the pausing of the music. But anywho.
Anyway.
But what else are we getting, next, this upcoming, season?
I mean, on High Dive, there's also the anime Rock is a Lady's Modesty,
Mhm.
which, Um. Yeah, it's one of those music animes
Eh,
with an all-girls academy. It's there's um
I know.
basically they this girl creates a rock band and um yeah. Sorry, I'm having a okay. So here's the synopsis on High Dive's website. At an
Yes.
elite all-girls academy where refined young ladies gather, Ririsa Suzunomiya, now the daughter of a real estate tycoon after her mother remarried, is forced to abandon her guitar and rock music to fit in. However, her passion is reignited by the sounds from the old school building where she meets a skilled drummer who shares her love for rock. Together, they embrace their inner rock stars, elegantly clashing and shouting their way through the academy in this captivating tale of grace and rebellion.
Yes, stick it to the man.
That's like
Metallica,
they're
baby.
afflicted with a rare blood disease. Stick it to them on Neosis.
Yes, stick to the man. Always stick it to the man.
Sorry, my sister loved watching that movie. Yeah. There's also Sword of the Demon Hunter Kijin Gentosho. Toosho. Which is like one of those Edo period, like, magic, like. Oh shit! Actually, okay, never mind. From what it sounds like, this woman in the Edo period is sent to the future.
The future.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's not that far into the future. It's from the Edo period to the Heisei. Hold on, what the fuck is the Heisei era? Heisei era. Heisei era. Okay, yeah, it is pretty far into the future. It's right at the turn of the 1990s. It's like 1989. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with Nickelodeon. We're gonna go with, OG Cartoon Network. We're gonna ignore
I
all
mean,
the...
it's still in Japan, so they probably don't have that.
True. Then we have,
Like,
90s.
okay. It's like,
I don't know
okay,
what they
so the
had in
Heisei
90s.
era is like after, excuse me, Showa era. Okay.
But anywho,
Hey, interesting.
back on the main overall topic.
And there's so this is also on High Dive.
Hmm?
The Bahe Neko, or the Elf Girl's cat, is secretly an S-rated
no.
Oh, okay.
I tried to watch that anime. I really did.
I haven't seen it either.
don't
I'm
want
just
to.
saying it.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
say this. White girl anime, and leave it at that.
Okay. Also, Bureaucrat to Villainous is also getting dubbed this month.
Ah, nice. Which, by the way,
in case you're interested. In case you're one of those people who cannot watch anime if it's not in like English.
By the way, to be fair, now to kind of jump back on topic real quick. So again, now one other thing I do want to throw out there too, kind of derail while being on topic. Some of these anime, some of these seasons only just get one season, and I will say it does suck that for the voice actors that do a good job or whatever, it's like you just kind of wasted your talent on this one, anime that was just season.
What do you mean? What do you mean they wasted their talent? They did a job, and they did a good job, and it will probably look good on their, like,
resume.
People will be like, oh, hey, you're the person who did this in this anime. Awesome. You would fit right in this, like there.
Not true. To be fair, that is true. But I will say, though, it does suck that some of these anime, again, the good ones, and even though the ones that deserve a English version, they just only get, one season, and they don't get dubbed. Now, whether that's good or bad, it's up to you. I think it's kind of a mix
The
match thing.
English dub for Keep Your Hands Off Aizuken is really terrible. People just, there's no energy in the dub whatsoever. It seemed like they just read their voice lines.
Ooh.
From the various clips I saw when they announced that it's getting dubbed into English.
Okay. Well,
oh.
here's a counterpoint, a counter argument. So we got Kaiju number 8. That definitely deserves a season 2. Kaiju number 8.
I participated in Hit and Run in the summer of 1993, and the police just okay.
Yes. So as I was saying, the Kaiju number 8, it deserves a season 2. The English voices did a damn good job. The voices suited, they matched, the emotion was raw. I absolutely loved it. They did a decent job, just like with Delicious in Dungeon that came out last year. That too was a one season anime, but it did a great job with the voice cast. The only issue, and it's not the biggest deal in the world, but they used that modern lingo. One of the characters said cringe, and yeah, it's just one line, one word. But I don't believe in making something the exception and not the rule. Like, it shouldn't have been put in.
When so with like subs, subbed anime, when they decide to give the character an accent in the subtitles, it's really annoying because like with Elson Can't Diet, they gave like a cutesy wootsy like childish type dialogue for shoot, I forgot her Kobo, I think. The kobold, basically the goblin girl.
Oh, you're talking about the Hobbit.
And it was
the Hobbit.
No, she's technically a kobold, but that's also another word for goblin. So, but yeah, she's essentially a goblin.
Oh, the dog girl. Okay. I gotcha.
No, the girl who is who basically extorts everyone at the playground for candy and stuff.
Oh, yeah, she was... Okay, you know what, we're just gonna move on, because I could have sworn...
But yeah, they basically gave her dialogue with, like, a whoa, wow, or, like, replacing certain letters with W and stuff in order to make it sound more childish or cutesy. I'm like, this is kind of difficult to read. Can you just, like, make the dialogue just plain like that? You don't need to put an accent into the dialogue, into the subtitles.
Yeah, like, I will agree with that, because, like, that wasn't even her, entire personality overall. Like, she still talked accordingly. But, but anywho, like I said, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like you said, that was bad, but I said Kaiju number 8 was good, Delicious in Dungeon, despite that one thing, was good. But, kind of coming back on track, though, with the whole, seasonal anime thing. Like, what are some animes that you wish people would, remember to kind of, like, this anime deserves to be remembered?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. So, you know how every year there's a season that is
No. I mean, can you repeat the question? Because I like.
Okay. No, it's cool. Basically, the question is there any anime that you believe is forgotten and it deserves to be remembered? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. One, and yes, Spirit, I see you. I know you're gonna say it, but like,
I mean, a lot of the stuff that I typically would recommend on like my Twitter account typically is like originally was just like my favorite like forgotten or anime that I really enjoy and I don't see enough people talking about. Originally, it was so that more people would try to watch Divergence Eve and talk about it, and hopefully, we could get enough people to warrant official merchandise being made of it. But yeah, there's a lot of anime that ends up getting forgotten or not as well remembered when compared to the more popular ones. That was like, not everyone remembers the Slayers,
Oh yeah,
but they
there you
definitely
go.
remember Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, there you
Actually,
go.
most of them remember Dragon Ball Z, and they like conveniently forget Dragon Ball. It's like,
I think when it comes to the
um,
whole forgetting Dragon Ball, it's kind of like with in JoJo Bizarre Adventure. A lot of the fans don't really give two shits about Part 1 and Part 2. They really, Part 3 is when it really started. And I'm gonna be honest, for me, you got to respect where it all began. Like, Part 1 was where the
yeah,
foundation was created.
like you can say what you want about One Piece fans. At least they basically tell you, no, 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 you have to watch the whole series.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
You can't just skip Romance Dawn. You can't just skip Skypiea. You can't just skip uh, Water 7.
Yes, but
You
but what
can't
I
just yeah.
also got a thought
Which
though.
unfortunately is also a detriment because you basically are telling people to go and watch like over 1,000 episodes.
To make sure you have a lot of free time. If you're planning on going to the bar that week, just cancel
Or
it.
do what I do and essentially like skim through most of the fight scenes and only stop at the really important bits.
Hey,
Where
hey, some
there's
of
like,
those fight
I'm
scenes are
going to
very
punch
important.
you! Oh my gosh, every bone in my body is breaking, but I am going to defeat you! Ah! Yeah, I have defeated you. I am in so much pain. Ah!
But
It's
one.
like I was quoting when that one giant guy defeated the guy who had the ton fruit.
Mhm.
It's like, I'm going to be like 1 million pounds of force. What the? And he's just like shot him right. I actually originally thought he was going to be shredded because there's this whole in this particular arc. There's like this like shredder like wireframe shredder thing that is slowly
The bird
creeping into
cage.
the bird cage. I thought he like went through the bird cage and got shredded, but in the next one where they're trying to re-heal using the kidnapped princess, I'm like, wait, didn't he die? How is he still whole?
Oh, remember,
Okay.
One Piece doesn't give a shit about death because Pale, the dude with the falcon fruit, literally took a damn bomb to the face, point blank.
Actually, I'm pretty sure wasn't that the guy actually a gambler who pretended to be him? I thought,
No, no,
or
no, no,
maybe
no, 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 no. The dude with the falcon fruit flew up with the bomb, and it turned out like, nah, he's alright. He didn't die.
okay,
But
okay,
but
okay.
you,
Maybe it was that was just like so I tend to listen to this one YouTuber basically do essentially um shit what is the term recaps and like shit, what happened, basically videos on various arcs, and he basically made up something to explain how a guy can be blown up but still be all right. It's like
yeah,
blown up while care. It's like
but
okay.
it's again, Oda doesn't kill like Batman, but at least with Batman he doesn't try.
There's like
With Oda, he
it has to be
literally
really, really, really important for them to have to be dead.
like
It has to be very, very important to the story for a character to be killed off, essentially.
like someone could use 1,000 knives, stab a dude a million times, and then suplex him down a volcano, and that guy will be back the next morning like, ow.
Yeah, that's actually why a lot of people are debating on whether or not Big Mom and Kaido are actually dead, or if
Mhm.
they're just Still alive, just inside the Earth's core, the
like-
planet's core.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here in molten magma, until the plot demands otherwise.
Yeah.
But I do want to throw this out there. Like, can I go back though?
Yeah.
I've noticed like last year there was the Shikanoko, or my dear friend Shikanoko, aka Shika,
Mhm.
Shika, Shika. It's this comedy, random, batshit, insane acid trip anime about this dear girl who it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. You have to watch it to really understand the batshittery. But like during that time though, everyone was doing the shika shika noko, the intro dance, which was adorable, and like you
Didn't
did it with
Robin squeeze friend? Oh yeah, yeah. When he refused to join the crew, she like literally did did
plancha.
the the torsion thing. Yeah.
But like, and it's like basically there's pictures or videos of Japanese people feeding the deer because it was like cute and adorable. They were cosplaying as the character, feeding the deer. It was precious. And like after the season was done, or hell, even like during 6 episodes in, it felt like it kind of just died, and now no one's really talking about Shikanoko. Just like there's several other anime where it's just like, oh, this character's really adorable. Like let's see. Well, Samadhi in the Earth Spirit, or Sweetness and Lightning, or if it's for my daughter, I will fight the Demon Lord. It's basically had one season, and it was cute, adorable, precious. It was basically this father figure with this little girl who was either human or demon. And it was cute, but then after the season ended, no one brings it up anymore. No one talks about it. And I gotta say,
Yeah.
that
Like
really does suck. Because if you're not the big boys, if you're not the Dan, the Chainsaw Man, the
the show essentially show anime adapted from Shonen Jump manga, essentially.
mm-hmm. And I mean, not just with Shonen, but I mean, in all fairness, 100 Girlfriends has the second season, and people are still talking about that. And while I have seen several people, draw waifus of Musume, of interspecies reviewers, things like that, I haven't. Like hell, that's about the Kanochi.
I really need to relearn how to like properly draw things so I can make like artwork again.
Ooh, that's nice. But like like the Kanochi neat, right? Where
I think it's pronounced Konoichi.
Koinochi. Thank you.
There's no O in the beginning part.
Yeah, that was my bad. But like, no one. I mean, hell, to be fair, even when it came out, no one was really talking about it. And it's like on Twitter and Blue Sky, you have to basically be as flashy as possible, like One Punch Man
You
or
need to be like a freaking a casino or club in Vegas, basically.
yeah, there you go. It's like you gotta be flashy. You gotta like that first impression is always important. That's why Dan did good. That's why Chainsaw Man did good. That's why you got 100 Girlfriends. Whether we're getting a season 3 or not is debatable, but it's still something that has a third season. And
Meanwhile, you have me, and I see like a video or a clip or a GIF from the show, and I'm like, oh, let me check this out. And then, hold on. And then, yeah, I watch it, and then either I like it or it doesn't interest me anymore as much as I thought.
And that's the thing too. Like, it does suck that there's several good anime that, at least in one's opinion, had a good a good start. But at last, because of this or that, we aren't getting another, season. Like, I don't know if we're going to be getting a season 2 of Kaiju number 8. Oh, but I do know we are apparently getting a season 2 of, the, Chained Soldier.
Oh,
And
oh,
have you seen that?
no. Is it
So,
like on? Okay, which streaming service is it on?
well, I'll show you later, but, when it comes to, like, a Chained
Is it
Soldier,
on? If it's on Crunchyroll, specifically on Crunchyroll and Netflix, I probably have not seen it.
okay, I gotcha.
Mainly because Netflix does not allow account sharing anymore.
Yeah, because it's a bitch. But like,
Mm-hmm.
no. So basically, what it is this guy. Well, first of all, women have power. They get it from eating a peach, and with this peach, they obtain all these.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And once they eat it, they basically, this guy, he can transform into this beast, depending on what girl is controlling him, and they give him a reward for doing a good job, aka it's etchy, so you can, take an educated guess what reward is. But apparently we're getting a season 2, and I am hyped, because it was nice, it was hot, it was sexy, and it was fun.
Awesome.
But overall, though, it just seems like, when it comes to seasonal anime, sadly, it is a hit or miss. And sadly, it
Mm-hmm.
is basically like the modern day OVA where they pump out, 10 or whatever animes to see if the public likes it.
Usually, it's a standard season nowadays is 12 or 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe they have an OVA or an extra a special episode.
And if I think if they believe it's gonna do good, they will make it a 22 episode or 24 episode. But sadly,
Yeah,
though,
back in the day, they would have an entire season be like 24, 25, or 26 episodes long.
hmm but sadly, at last, it just seems like we're just
In like
getting.
the 1990s, I think.
hmm Yeah, but
Hmm.
sadly, at last, it seems like we're just getting, just a little bit of some good anime, but they just don't reach the mark, sadly, and thus we don't get that sweet season 2 like so many
Hmm.
deserve. And
It's like you get a series that is really popular in Japan and they get a second season, but like it's not really popular in the West, or it's not popular in Japan but it's really popular in the West.
yeah, and,
Hold on.
that does kind of suck too, because it's like sadly there's nothing you can really do about that.
Does Erica know about school spirits? I do not know.
Okay, so that's not an anime. That's actually a TV series, and I know why she, brought it up. See, it's basically this TV show, it's teenagers that died in a school. I'm just kind of giving you the geist of it.
Ah,
And it's,
sorry.
yes, haha, funny. But,
No, because ghost.
yes,
I thought you were doing a pun.
Yes,
Because
I was,
ghost. Okay.
yes, that was the bazinga, as they say, the kachow.
Yeah, because Geist is means spirit, and it's also like fuck, what is it? It's like the suffix or whatever for poltergeist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just making the joke. Ha cha 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 cha. Now then,
Mhm.
but anywho, basically it's pretty good, and we are kind of concerned that it might not get a season 3, because it's really a good show, and Netflix is known for, chopping or axing a series before it ends.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But with
They
that,
need more episodes of shows nobody asked for, but the producers think everyone wants for
Oh.
some dumb reason.
And it's like, this show here was pretty good. Why not give this show love and get rid of that other slop that no one wanted or asked for? But since we are coming to the end of our little show, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, seasonal animes are pretty good. Sadly, some are hit and misses. A lot of them.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, and
It's like a bag of Jelly Bellies. You will have some flavors that you will like, and others you will dislike.
Yes. And sadly, some is just a trend for the season itself. Again, Shikanoko, sadly, was just a trend for 6 episodes at best before it kind of just died down and no one is talking about it. But then you got others like, 100 Girlfriends that has a season 2. Hopefully we'll get season 3. But others will just fade into obscurity, like, the neat, Koichi. Yes. Kunoichi, yes. And, sadly, that is a very niche anime that no one is really going to remember, at all. So, Oreo and I will...
I think I saw you talking about it, and I was like, this might be interesting.
Oh, yes. I do post every, week whenever I'm watching an anime. Like, hey, check this out. To kind of, spread the word. Hell, ReZero. ReZero is that 3rd season. It's really good, and it deserves it's still talked about to this day. But sadly, though, others failed, while very few kinda are able to stand up to the test of time. It seems like if you're not the big boys like Shonen with Dan or Chainsaw Man, you have a very, very limited chance of being big, being successful. What are your in conclusion opinions?
Yeah, so seasonal anime, it's essentially the newly released anime that is going to be either simulcast because it's released in Japan, or is the anime that is dubbed and or localized to the West. So yeah, it's as I said, it's a mixed bag. There's going to be some good ones, some not so good ones, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all
hang on. Do you? I listed several seasonal anime from Sentai Filmworks. Do you have any seasonal anime for spring 2025 from whatever sources you use?
To be fair, I really don't have any at the moment. Like that one with the elf girl, I'm definitely wanting to check out. But with some, I think I might wait till, someone, posts and says, hey, this is pretty good. Like, I know a lot of people are praising Sakamoto Days, and, I get it, but I really don't care for it. But,
okay.
Well then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming, and I hope you all had a fantastic time on our podcast. Please tune in next week when me and my glorious co-host Erica talks about, to be honest, I don't really know what next week's topic be, but we will be for episode 6. Erica, any last words?
No. Hope y'all have a nice day, and see you next time.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.